Kids and cadets, welcome back to Tommy Time. Thanks for coming out. The scrapper that delivers called me this morning. I ended up going to his location and picking up this fine beauty. This Toro recycler is a 2008. The 124 Tango 024161 Bravo 1 08102758. 10th month, 27th day of '08 is when this was made. I can't give you the model number, but I have a suspicion it's either one of these two, just because of the year. It's either the 2330 or 2331 possibly. I tried to find one in my used section and I couldn't find one. The Toro model and serial is worn out. It says it's an '08, assembled in Mexico, there on the right lower corner. But I see 064 where the model number is, so I don't think it's a 30 or a 31. Anyway, so deal is, I got this, and then he had this Turo bag. He didn't know if this bag fit that machine. He just picked up a bunch of junk out of his yard that was mower related, because he said he had a terrible week scrapping and he was trying to make some money. So I kind of looked in the bag. He had all this stuffed in there. Got a quantum tank, a recoil that needs a new rope, and there is a rope here. A couple of wheels that have teeth on them, a couple of axles, this recoil, a new one shot, a couple of Toro brackets, which we're going to need for this Toro. There's no blade or bracket on it, so I'm going to use the bolt and bracket. We got a couple of handle brackets, a carby with no brass jet, and a couple of cables. So this one here might actually be the cable for this machine. That's why I need the model number. The drive cable is rusted and shot. It's broke up here. We're missing a bolt on the handle, and we don't have a safety brake cable. I've got it jerry rigged down here with a zippy tie. But I've been messing with these '08s and '09s recently, the 20331s, and they all have this similar style hookup. It'd go right there, so I would need to go to my junk section and get another bolt. So here's the traction control, but that's the Z-bend's gone, so that's not going to help me on that one. Let's flip this over. I've got a new high lift blade that I just took out of my blade section. So there's a funny story behind this one. I went to look it over and I just pulled on the rope to see if it had any compression when I got it here, and it fired off. So it's a running machine. It's just missing a lot of stuff. So I was shocked that it started. I was getting ready to see if it would work. I had zippy tied the safety brake linkage, and just a real small pull hardly gave it any effort, and the stupid thing started. So we got a $10 running machine here, an '08, 6.5 guaranteed to start, Toro recycler. So there's a lot of meat on the front tread here, but the transmission needs some lubrication. I've already tried to lube it up here, but it doesn't want to roll backwards, and it's really stiff, so it needs some work. Let me put you back up. We're gonna put this blade on. So very surprised that this machine started. I didn't have a whole lot of confidence. I saw all the missing stuff, missing bracket, no blade. But thankfully, in his bag of goodies he gave me, the Toro bag, it had mostly everything that I need. So this thing's been sitting around a while. I'm looking at the pulley. It's full of surface rust. This thing is sat. But the wheels don't show a lot of wear. It's the old style transmission, the 4-bolter, the old metal trainee. Now they're plastic with eight screws or something, 7 or 8 screws. This is an old school deal. Okay, 16 millimeter. So this will start a little easier. We'll have some momentum now. Not that it was hard to start before. It started rather quickly with no momentum from the blade. Okay, we just dropped a little gasoline. Okay. So how am I going to do this? When it starts, I think I used some pliers or needle nose to kill it by removing the plug. So this thing just needs a few more parts, which I think I have. Okay. I was going to show you the air filter, but I guess that doesn't really matter. So I did it that way instead. So it started. We got a little bit of vibration. I don't know if the crankshaft is bent. It has a new blade, so it's not the blade. Let's see if we can look at that. You heard a big bang. The handle went to the ground once I started it, so that was that. Let me pull the plug, turn this on its side. We gotta move you around because I gotta move you to this side. So how you guys doing? Anything happening? What do you think? 10 here and 10 for the bag of junk. You think that was a good deal? And I went and picked it up so he wouldn't have to drive his truck. My CRV gets a lot better gas mileage than his full-size truck. Okay. Kind of make a mark using a screwdriver. Okay, I think I got something that'll work. It's the same. It's the same. Let me, I'm going to remove the plastic cover to the belt cover. I want to see if something's wonky under here. The spring here is dancing around. I don't know if that was the rattle or not. Let me get a 10. I've got my impact. We're going to go to town on this thing. Okay, there's one. Where's the second one? Get my big head out of the way. Okay, here it is. Okay. So a little lull in sales, which is fine. I've been able to do some repairing. See the tire tread, hardly used. I could probably get a part number off of the drive cable here somewhere. It's the 119-2379. 119-2379 for the drive cable. Yeah, extremely rusty. It's all cakey rust. So that's that. I don't see anything rattling here. It could be rust on the ends of the axles or something. Yeah, see right here, this one here is, well, they're actually both binding. Okay, since we're screwing with it, we're gonna go all the way. Is it 13? It's a 13. Let me get a 13. We got a 13. That one's loose. I need a block. 4x4 block. We're digging deeper. What else? What else can I do? How's that for utilizing equipment? So is rust our issue? What's going on here? Well, for one thing, this needs to be lubricated. This is hardly moving. That's an issue. What about down here? Yep, gears need to be greased up. That's the issue. We need grease. I kind of have a hunch what's going on here on this older style. I'll show you. You got a little springy dinghy with the quarter moon. Okay. I kind of know what it is. It's just a lack of maintenance. Get rid of my C-clip. There's a washer. Yeah. Turn this thing. Yeah, the little spring is so gunked up with rust. It's stuck down in there. You got a little spring, and then you got the half moon. The little spring puts pressure on this quarter half moon. So let me get a little pick this out. It needs to be blasted out with some air. Goober it up with some axle grease. That's why this thing wasn't rolling. Rolling, rolling, rolling. I got a pick. I'm gonna pick it. Yeah, it's stuck down in there. There's so much crap. Digging out dirt and rust. I don't want to break the spring. I probably should use some carb cleaner or something. Some caked up old grease right there. Let me get my air gun and some carb clean. But that was our issue. We're going down to rabbit hole on this thing. I could also use some brake clean, but I think the carb clean nitro will break it. Kind of soften up that snot. Okay, it's working itself out. Kind of dig out all that hardened grease. Get my big head out of the way. Okay, we're going to put this thing back together with a little axle grease and oil. I'm going to use a little oil here on the axle back here on the adjuster so I can adjust the wheels. Okay, that's better. Kind of put some grease in the track. Stick my spring back in. The half moon, the rounded part down on top of the spring. Put a little grease here on the inside. Okay, couple of turns, break the rust that was on the shaft, and now it's rolling backwards. Big difference here. Douse it with some more oil on the adjuster. Okay, now we put it back together again. Washer with a little notch goes in with the notch there. There's my C-clip. That goes down with the little notch. Goes right in with the notch on the axle. What I usually do is get some channel locks and pull the C-clip down. Something like that. Okay, looking good. A little squirt on the outside of the gear. Oh, now it's really turning. Don't forget your backing washer. Goes like that. So we screwed up that was the deal. Some of these got a smaller hole in the gear. We screwed up. This should have went on first. So we're going to do this all backwards. So that was a shit show. Sorry, guys. Do it all in reverse. C-clip, notched washer. I've done that a few times. Forgot to put this on. Taking it apart. Okay, let it hang. I'm just gonna grab the axle and use that to keep this thing together. Okay. Okay, notched washer. Line up my C-clip. Get it started, grab the channel locks, pull it into place. Okay, just click down. That's as far as it's going down. Put some grease on the shaft. Put some grease here on the end. Probably had not seen any lubrication since it's left the factory in beautiful Cleveland. Going to put a little here where it meets that washer. Teeth look good. Perfect tread. Okay. Kind of line everything up. Get the axle started. My dust cover seems to be rubbing. Okay. Well, that was a little rattlesnake hole, but we got it So I'll do the same thing for the other side, order some cables, and this thing should be nearly done. So for 10 bucks, I'm pretty happy. It's not going to take a whole lot more to get it in operating condition. Anyway, I'm going to send you guys to the kitchen for your snack time. I'm going to keep plowing ahead since I've got all this disassembled. I'm going to keep plowing. Check my cables selection. I have a lot of Toro cables. I can probably do this right now since I got the cover off. Cover's got to be off to fish the new spring back in the hole. And clip it in here. Put my plastic cover back on. Might be some wear in the worm gear. But we're gonna grease this one up. This one isn't moving as it should. Okay, Southwest Airlines is bringing people in for an enjoyable stay in Southwest Florida. Please tip your waitress and wait staff. I appreciate you coming out. Oh, one last thing. I forgot to tell you, this was important. So when I was working on getting set up with you for you guys, Cuban Scrapper pulled up. I gave him his Honda HRR back that I had removed the 2-cycle oil from the crankcase and fuel tank. He had these two on his truck. So kind of came up with a deal. He wanted to know how much to fix the Honda, and I just said, just give me these two. I think he figured out what I meant. So it was a trade, my labor to fix his Honda for these two. We got an electric powered Greenworks. That's just a Chinese brand. They have all kinds of outdoor power equipment. And a newer Crafty, no hoses. So I don't know what the deal is with this. This might be parts, or I don't know. I could try starting it, I guess. What is it? Maybe, oh, I see here 2019. I was looking for the date code, and then I see the 19 on the serial number. First 2 digits is the year. Full tank. So I haven't gotten a pressure washer in a long time that has had all the nozzles and the hose. People for some reason snatch that off and then they put this to the street. Maybe they think they're going to get another machine assembled in USA 9/18 of 2019. Oh, look how high that is. 3 times as much oil is needed. Oh, 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 that's a problem. Oh, I like this. They put a little hose here to extend the fuel tank breather. These are on larger 725s. and 875 mowers. So the way they set up the carburetor box, they needed to put some hose here to extend it. Okay, so that was even Steven. The only thing I got to do with this is plug this in and see if this is a shit show. That'll be a quick test. Somebody's done a little Harvey work here. So if the motor don't come on, this is going back to the Cuban scrapper next week, because I don't mess with this electric crap. Either the motor works or it don't. Okay, now we're caught up. You guys go have a snack. Snack time at Tommy Time. Continue to have a good day. Like I said before, tip your waitress and wait staff. They're doing an awesome job. Adios, amigos. Let me know what you think. 10 and 10. I'm happy with it. I hope you are as well. See you.